Hi, Sonia here, and welcome to the Soul Infused Monday show. It's half an hour too late, and I literally only came into the door from a little bit of an ordeal at the airport and planes and flights, and I literally just came in. I hoped I would have made it in time. I didn't, but I wanted to jump in right away because I really want to serve and show up no matter what. And so I'm going to share with you what my last 24 hours looked like, and gonna share with you also how to deal with something like that, and so that you can have a good inspiration for your week. And so I flew back home to the Turks and Caicos Islands last week for 1 week, and my flight was scheduled to come back to the Dominican Republic today. Sorry, I'm so sweaty. No, come back yesterday, Sunday, and our flight was scheduled for 12:30 p.m. So, and the flight is only like an hour. So I thought, great, no problem. I can come back Sunday, and I'll be back Monday for all my work, for everything that I have to do. And so the flight had delay, and I was asking, you didn't get any information. This is like, Caribbean style. And at some point we heard, okay, the flight is at 5:30. I said, okay, it's no point in getting upset about things, just wait. Then 5:30 went 6:30, 6:30 was 7:30. Everybody was getting already like, oh my God. Imagine like 9 hours later, 9 hours of waiting for the plane that canceled the flight yesterday. So I was like, okay. To be honest, I had one moment of freaking out a little bit, but it was really not such a big deal at all. So then it took another hour to get our luggage. Went back home, and nobody really could tell us exactly when we would get another flight, if, and so on. I grew up in Germany, and we don't know things like that. When you live in a small island, when you're on the Caribbean, like, these things just happen sometimes. It never happened to me before like this. But there's a point in me sharing all of this, so stay here with me. I'm not sharing that so that you feel pity for me or, oh my God. No, because I don't feel that way at all. I am sorry and I'm sad that I couldn't show up at my regular time today at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And the reason is that the flight that we got on this morning, they said, okay, we're going to get you on a flight at 9:30. And then it was 9:30. I said, no, sorry, it's not. We have technical issues. We didn't even know what was going on. Then I said 10:30, and then that didn't work out. So we were sitting there, and I was just thinking, okay, it's gonna happen. Gonna stay good spirits. And finally, we got a plane. It took us back, and until I drove back from the airport here, it was just after 9 a.m. And the reason for me sharing this with you, I have a few reasons to share this with you. It's so easy. It's so easy to get annoyed about things like that. And if you're actually live, please say a hello. I just shared I couldn't make it on time, so I don't expect actually many people be live right now. But if you are live, leave me a quick comment below, say hello so that I know that you're there. So it is very easy to get annoyed when things don't work out the way they are supposed to work out for us. We get frustrated easily. And to be honest, years ago, if I would have experienced something like what I experienced yesterday and today, I would have become very anxious. I would have been stressed out. I would have argued with the people. I would have had a very uncomfortable internal experience, right? And the reason for me to share this with you, when we experience something on the outside that doesn't go our way, there's always two ways to handle it. We can focus on, oh my God, this is not working. Heather, hey girl, yes, I made it. I made it, finally. So you can go into, why is this not working and this is ridiculous and this is unacceptable and all of that, or you can focus on, okay, what's really happening in my life right now? And maybe it's also even more because I went through a category 5 hurricane this year. So when I was thinking, I said, what am I going to get upset about right now? That my plane is late, that I'm not going to make certain appointments. And it's easy to get annoyed by that. But instead of doing that, I chose to look into the things that I'm grateful for, that I was happy about. Like, for example, I was safe. It wasn't, that I was in a place that I felt I wasn't safe. So nothing life-threatening was happening or something. So I just felt grateful, and I felt very relaxed, and I felt very patient. Very patient. And also, you always have a choice. And I know it's not always easy, because I know that I've been working on myself and doing the inner work for 20 years to get me to the point where I am. So, years ago, I would have not been so relaxed and show up here half an hour later after all that ordeal. And I'm doing that because you are important to me. I'm doing that because I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you overcome certain, anxiety, certain ways of dealing with stressful situations. And we all encounter stressful situations in some way or another in our life. That's for everyone. But how you deal with them makes all the difference. So today is a Monday. Regardless what's happened yesterday, regardless what happened this morning, regardless what's going to happen tomorrow, this very moment, right now, you can take a breath and you can make a choice. And you can make a choice either to move forward with your day to day, focusing on the things that you're grateful for, focusing on the things that are working well, or focusing on the things that are not working. So energy follows attention, and you can always make a choice in any moment. So as I need to take a nice deep breath, I invite you to do this with me, okay? So let's take a nice breath together. And with the breath, you can really relax your body, no matter what's going on in your life right now, no matter how your Monday is. Maybe your energy is also a little bit spun up like mine. Maybe you had some stressful something going on. So take a breath, relax your body, come back to the present moment, and really tune in for a moment and tune into your heart. What are you truly grateful for? And just tune into that. And who are you grateful for? Who in your life are you grateful for? And especially, I want to share one other story. So I have someone that picked me up at the airport here in Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. And I got to know him through a recommendation. He's a young Dominican, very bright soul, has aspirations, is learning English. And while while he was actually dropping me off before I left, I asked him, how do you improve your English? What do you listen to? And he said, he likes to listen to motivational speakers or, something inspirational. And I loved that, obviously. And I asked him, okay, who do you listen to? And he said, he loves this guy. And I was like, well, who's this guy? And he said, it's Prince E. And I don't know if I pronounce it properly, but I love this guy. I think he's so inspirational. So I had such an amazing conversation with him, and we were listening to it in the car. And why I'm sharing this with you, never underestimate the power of the energy you surround yourself. And if you don't feel very inspirational yourself, or you feel a little low, or you feel like, there's something it's holding you back, that you're feeling you're procrastinating, you just feel stuck, listen to someone, to something that will help you raise your awareness and raise your frequency and your energy. Okay, so is anyone live here right now? Say hello, let me know if this makes any sense. And again, if you're late, it's because I was late and I couldn't show up at the time. And that's the first time since I started the Soul Infused Monday show. And that's also one thing, to find the balance between really you are reliable, you are consistent, you are showing up, and sometimes life just throws you something and you need to stay flexible and then make the best out of it. So what's going on in your life right now that is maybe challenging for you? Share it with me. Leave me a comment below. What's in your life challenging right now? Maybe even in this very moment, just today, this Monday. Is there something? Hi, Marie's here. Wonderful. Is there something actually that is challenging for you right now? It can be something super simple. But give me an example, because I always love to use you as well so that you can get some extra coaching, and people always resonate. Always resonate. You're not alone. And one other thing, I was just wondering if I'm going to introduce that. We started a 21-day feel-good challenge last week on Friday, and I was wondering who actually joined and how your days are going. If you haven't joined and you don't know what I'm talking about, but you do want to join the 21-day challenge, just leave a comment below and I'm totally going to tell you how to. This is such a live teaching of what it is when you're not completely centered and you're a little bit scattered because of everything that went on the last 24 hours, and still you can show up. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm so happy that I could actually make it, even though it's a little bit later. Okay, so let's take another breath, because I need to take a breath. So I'm just going to do with you what I do when I feel a little bit out of balance. Okay? I'm going to take a nice deep breath. And I'm literally choosing and slowing my system down and bringing my energy back in. And I invite you to do this with me. So while I'm doing this, you can do it yourself. Bring your energy back in, center, come back to center. Relax the muscles on your face, relax your shoulders. Take another breath. Take another breath. Maybe if you do feel anxious or scattered or overwhelmed, the energy first doesn't want to change. The energy wants to, it's like a buzzing energy. You keep breathing, and you keep setting the intention, and you put your awareness into dropping in. Dropping in. Slowing down, becoming present with yourself first. Fantastic. Good. So take another breath. Okay. And I'm going to keep this short today. And again, my apologies for not being on time. And I will be, unless the universe throws something else at me, going to be here in time next Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And to repeat the message for today, is really, you always have a choice how to deal with something that's happening on the outside that you can't really control. I couldn't control that the plane was there in time. I couldn't control that the people that are working on get it done better. I just couldn't control any of it. I was asking, I was doing as best as I could, but my choice was that I wanted to wait, obviously, because we thought the plane was leaving. Plane didn't. And to choose gratitude for something in your life, because there's always something. and energy follows attention. It doesn't have to be 100% amazing right away, but just choose something that you're grateful for and make a conscious choice to use an opportunity like a stressful experience as the opportunity to practice mindfulness, to practice gratitude, and to also have compassion. Because it's so easy to get upset with everyone. It's not in time, you're not communicating correctly, nobody's telling us what's going on, and we put all that energy on the people. And then to realize those people on the other side are really stressed out too, right? And instead of just, putting that angry and frustrated energy towards someone, be compassionate. It takes a moment. I'm not saying it's easy because we are kind of like, but then look, hey, how is the other person feeling behind the scenes who is dealing with all of that stress on the other side? And that will help you to stay more relaxed, because ultimately all that stress and frustration that we have about nothing, to be like, I really say that to myself. I'm not saying that with judgment or blame or anything. I was, after, everybody was saying, oh my God, after 24 hours, we finally got that. That's true. And we were kind of like giving high fives. And then I was tuning in and I was like, this is nothing. This is nothing. We're just missing a flight. We just have to wait. We are not starving. We are not dying. We didn't have a bad accident. No one died. And I know it sounds so dramatic, but it's nothing. And to be detached and to be in the present moment, grateful and relaxed. I tell you, that's the most amazing feeling, because what a waste of time otherwise. Time is so precious. Time is so incredibly precious. And you only have it right now. So make the best out of it today. Have the most amazing Monday. If you need support, if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. And if this was helpful or valuable to you, share it, invite your friends for next Monday, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.